देव बरें करूं तुवें टायम दिलो आनी आसोन ना
असले ना
असलें ना आनी आसोन ना तर हांव एकदम भरपूर खुशाल कित्याक आयज म्हाजो एक ओल्ड टायम फ्रेंड आय थिंक इन 81, 82 ड्युरींग दॅट स्टुडंट्स प्रोटेस्ट इट वॉज चोगले कॉलेजीन न्ही सो फ्रॉम दॅट टायम एटलिस्ट आनी आय ऑल्सो हॅव सीन यू दॅट यू आर अ स्कूलमेट इन रेजिना
हय रेजिना शिकिल्लो
ओके सो आतां हांवें सांगल्या परस लेट इट कम फ्रॉम द हॉर्सीज माउथ because you mostly stay in city. You do come every week. So can you brief us your childhood till date?
सांगपा म्हळ्यार अप टू 10th स्टँडर्ड SSC हांवें रेजिनांत केली रेजिना मार्टिरम हायस्कूल हांव रेजिनाक प्रायमरी जॉईन जाल्लो प्रायमरी आसतना तेन्ना तें फूल फ्लॅज हायस्कूल नाशिल्लें इट वॉज अप टू मिडल स्कूल
तेदोण आमगेलो सलदान सर आसलो काय म्हण
सालदायना वॉज द हेडमास्टर सालदायना वॉज हेडमास्टर लेटर ऑन मुगे भाशेन हांव 8th 9th पावल तेन्ना सालदायना आशिल्लो अर्लियर देर यूज टू बी वन लेविन विएगस सो ते आसताले देन SSC जाल म्हणटकच हांव चोगले कॉलेजीन हायर सेकंडरी केली BSc केली एक वर्स MSc लेगून केली आनी एक वर्स MSc करून मागीर लॉ केली आनीक लॉ करून लॉ प्रॅक्टीस स्टार्ट केली आनीक लॉ करता तेन्ना हांव MRFान काम करतालो 3 वर्सां लॉ केली आनी ते 3 वर्सां MRFान काम केलां
MRFान तुवें कितें म्हूण काम केलें
आय वॉज इन द सुपरवायझरी केडर
ओके
सो आय वॉज अ सुपरवायझर that was in the management cadre.
Okay, nothing to do with law.
No, nothing to do with law. But I was doing law. Okay. I was studying at that time.
Achha, so while you are studying, you are doubling up.
Yes.
Okay. So, आणि हांवें तुजें जायतें आयकलां म्हणटू आनी आमी म्हणटू बाराबर आसलेले चौगले बस एजिटेशन 50% बस कन्सेशन एक कितें म्हणटाय तेका एक आमकां एक रिकलेक्शन थोडें आनी आय थिंक देर वॉज अ मिनिस्टर एज्युकेशन मिनिस्टर तेकाय आमी काडपाचो प्रयत्न केल्लो तेजे थोडे थोडक्यान लोकांक पळोवपाक जाय म्हूण सांगची
पळय 50% बस कन्सेशन तेन्ना गरजेचें आशिल्लें बिकॉज आतां भाशेन कार्स एंड व्हेकल्स भुरग्यां कडेन नाशिल्ल्यो आनी बस वॉज द मेन ट्रान्सपोर्ट and there were a lot of people who could not afford it. So the demand for concession came and we have to see the governments of those times from the governments now and currently the present government decides to brazen it out. तुवें डिमांड केल्लो तो म्हणटा ना फक्त तुवें डिमांड केलो म्हूण तो ना म्हणटा इफ दॅट डिमांड कम्स फ्रॉम ABVP तेंगेले स्टुडंट विंग देन इट यू मे गेट द डिमांड बट मुगे भाशेन तेन्ना गव्हर्मेंट्स वे व्हेरी रिस्पॉन्सीव आफ्टर एन एज्युकेशन द गव्हर्मेंट डिसायडेड टू गिव इन दे गेव द बस कन्सेशन इट वॉज I would not say violent, but there was trouble here and there. So many buses were broken. There was a lathi charge. And the culmination was that you got the demand. Now your second issue of Mark scandal was, the education minister ashillo and Tajit Nis.
Francis Sardin.
ताजीच नीस ताजे मार्क वाडले म्हूण रिवॅल्युएशनाक एज्युकेशन जालें एंड अगेन आफ्टर ए लॉंग एज्युकेशन सार्दिना वॉज स्ट्रिप्ट ऑफ हिज एज्युकेशन पोर्टफोलियो सी दीस इज वॉट आय एम सेइंग द गव्हर्मेंट्स वर रिस्पॉन्सीव दॅट इज अ डिफरन्स फ्रॉम द गव्हर्मेंट्स ऑफ दॅट टायम एंड द गव्हर्मेंट्स टुडे दे वर रिस्पॉन्सीव तुका आनी एक सांगता even earlier, say the regional plan 2021. Babushan केल्लो तो. Then the SEZ were introduced. There were agitations, activists, and people succeeded. People succeeded because the government gives in. The government says that yes, this is a demand, we might as well adhere to the demand.
They used to respond.
Yes, now the government decides to brazen it out. Just because you have demanded,
Yes.
I am saying no. That sort of a situation means, who are you to tell us? We have got elected. We have the mandate with us. Our mandate is to do what we wish to have. My way, highway. That is the attitude.
Either my way or highway. But तू absolutely इतले violence नाल्लो म्हणटा पूण म्हाका माझी उगडास सांग हे साबिना हॉटेल क्लबात बाब इफ यू रिमेंबर टियर गॅस बा मारलेली आमची.
करेक्ट रे, तेच सांगतो हांव कितें म्हणटा, violence, it was not violence.
Yeah.
It was a agitation which, see, a agitation is always sought to be controlled by tear gas, lathi charge. These things are happening.
आणि आताच्या टायमार तल्ल्यान जावपाचो चान्सूय ना.
Chance ना.
Because I remember another thing in that I will just put in, maybe people should know. I remember, if you agree with me, Pratap Singh Rani Bab, he was the CM. That Mark Scandal.
Mark Scandal, Pratap Singh Rani.
Yeah, because he
was the chief minister and Sardina was the education minister.
Yes, education minister, and he had come near Goman Vidya Niketan for some function, if I'm not mistaken. And tinga function
correct. Street play bhi kelli.
Yeah, and त्यांना कोणेन तरी tinga cow dung कितें मारले मिल्ले आणि then he had to go back, and probably he then went and took some rest at Kamal College, if I'm not mistaken. Beyond that, I don't know much, because we were there near the Sabina Hotel at that time. Okay, anyhow, it was a very detailed मातशें थोडी मेवली आमच्या भुरग्यांक. See, this is the type of protest we are talking about.
That time was a time of protests, agitations, farmers' strikes, Ramponkar agitation, workers' strikes throughout the country, railway employees' strike, BST employees' strike in Bombay. So these were the times of strikes and agitations.
Mill workers.
So it was a time of strikes and agitations. Society was in a strike mode to demand what they wanted from the government.
And भरपूर चळवळ चलता. A lot of news. Social media is full of what Rahul Gandhi has labeled it as vote chori. आता, can you just capsule about what is this issue all about? Maybe in 5 minutes we can know something. Short.
Sorry.
We'll go in detail later.
No, see, what has happened is vote chori. Biharan highlight zala, because within a very short time, एक 3 महिन्यामध्ये त्यांका something called SIR, special intensive revision of the role they करपा सोदताय. They want to do in 2025. When they have already conducted such an exercise in January 2024, based on that role, we got the Prime Minister elected. आनीक सांगता त्या प्रमाणे त्याच सांगताय, इलेक्शन कमिशनूच सांगता 65 lakh people required to be deleted. आता कांयच जाण म्हणटाय people who are not staying there, पण मेलोले दुसरी कडेन रावताय, तांकां इलेक्ट्रॉल रोलांत कितें आसपाक जाय? They are correct there. But for this exercise, can it be done in 3 months? One. Number two, Bihar is a backward state. There are lot of migrants, people who do not have proper document. आणि ते म्हणटाय इलेक्शन कमिशनाचे एपिक कार्ड लेगून आमी उजार करपा न्हय. So if I am a voter and if the election commission has given me the epic card, I should not be asked to produce any other document. I would say that epic card should be my document. And if I am not entitled to be on the electoral roll, then the burden is on the election commission, not on me. हे बिहारात झाले. आता राहुल गांधी ते बिहारात कॉमेस करतकच त्यांनी एक इश्यू काढला आणि तो इश्यू असो की एकूच असेंब्ली कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन पळयलो भितर घराचो नंबर 0 आणि कितलेशे लोक त्या घरात 0 हाऊस नंबरा घरा रावताय. देर इज वन कमर्शियल एस्टॅब्लिशमेंट थिंगा 80 लोक रावता. आणि हे तांकां स्टडी करचें पडलें. आफ्टर इलेक्शन कमिशन gave them a whole bundle of electoral roll. ते मागताय electoral roll in the digital form. पूण election commission दिना. In the digital form they are not giving. They are giving them hard copies. Now once you give hard copies, it is difficult. You can't, and you can imagine if in one constituent, the assembly constituent, it was one whole pile of papers.
Yeah. All India level it will be.
How much? Exactly. दुसरी म्हळ्यार when they say 0चेर 100 लोक आहा, commercial establishmentant 80 लोक रावता. This is what he highlights. And they tell this to us under an affidavit. These are the records based on which you should conduct an electoral inquiry and tell us that there are no 100 voters in 0 number houses, that in this establishment that 80 voters are not there. Tell us that. Instead of telling us that, you are saying you file an affidavit. It can't be that the election commission takes a stand as though it is an alliance of the ruling party. It is almost taken that stand.
Exactly.
And for the first time, for the past so many years, when Congress was in power, BJP was attacking the election commission. Now BJP is in power, Congress is attacking the election commission. Election commission is always under attack. But election commission has never acted in the manner in which the election commission is talking today. The whole approach of the election commission is that, again, as I told you in the earlier segment, we shall brazen it out. Do what you want. That sort of attitude the election commission is also doing. But the most serious issue that has come in this matter is not that the roles are wrong. The roles may be right also. Everything may be correct with the electoral system. Maybe Rahul Gandhi is wrong, but the election commission's image has gone to total gutter level.
Almost 35%. Yes.
Today, nobody is trusting the election commission. If the C voter survey says that 60% of the people do not trust the election commission for it to conduct election in a free and fair manner, it shows that people are not trusting the election commission, because election commission is enjoined with the responsibility to conduct free and fair elections. See, our courts we respect because we believe that we will get justice. There may be some mistake here, some wrong there, some small issues happen even in the courts. But the ultimate belief is that we will get justice. Now, if people don't have faith in the courts, there will be chaos in society. And if people have no faith in the electoral system and the election commission, then I can say that people have no faith in our democracy. That should not happen. People should not feel that they are cheated of their mandate. People should not get a feeling of being cheated of what they want. People feel that yes, this party came to power. We still have faith in the next elections. They lose that time also. They will have faith again after 5 years. We will get a change. So people will keep faith in the system on the hope that they will bring a change. But if people lose faith in the election commission, they will never think that we will get a change. And that is extremely bad for any democratic society.
हय तें जालें म्हणटू क्लेवत बाब तुवें आतां सांगला त्या प्रमाणे अबाउट झिरो हाऊस नंबर. Can there be a zero house number? House number zero जावपा न्हेजो?
ना ना हांव म्हणना तुका हाऊस नंबर 0 जावपा न्हेजो म्हूण. बट देन तूं सांग न्हू ह्या कोणागे घर म्हणटा तें. आनी हे 0 घरांत कितलो लोक आसपाक शकता आनी कितलीं 0 घरां आर दीस हाऊजीस वेर दे आर लोकेटेड.
So let me interject. Election Commission in this press conference, he has clearly said zero houses numbers were given for people who are homeless, who's to stay on the street side, vendors, under the shops, under the trees. हे भाशेन कोण रावताय तेमकां घर ना म्हूण तेमी हाऊस नंबर 0 दिल म्हणटा.
According to me, if these people can be clearly identified and they exist, they are living there, they are residents there is absolutely no problem. तेच सांगतालो तुका हांव आतांच. तूं सांग आमकां हे 0 नंबराचेर कोण, where are these people, who are they? So instead of doing this, you don't put onus on the other side to prove. You come out clean and tell us who are these people, whether they exist or not.
It is like I'm giving you a promissory note dita tuka, and I'm telling you prove that this promissory note is original.
Correct. See the whole even now आता त्या 0 तसलेच गोळे 0 बिहारान आसाय. सो ते तसले 0 असे बिहारान तूं काडून उडयतलो ते नाय म्हूण. Such people don't exist in Bihar. They existed only in Karnataka. And look at how they are doing. They are giving you 8 documents which they say are accepted. आता such type of people, ज्यांकडे घर ना, रस्त्यार रावताय. House number 0. Now house number 0.
Then they will carry the documents.
What documents they will carry? One. And if they have Aadhaar card also, you are saying we are not accepting Aadhaar card. If they have Epic card also, you are saying we are not accepting Epic card. So what sort of a system is this?
Yeah, but finally the Supreme Court has
correct. That's a different. What the Supreme Court has done is trying to bring sense in the system.
Yes.
Trying to make sense out of what they are trying to do.
And I feel also they are bridging that gap between the opposition and the EC also. Little mild also at one place. Because mild kita mutta
हांव म्हणा ताका. See what happens also is आता our parties and particularly the opposition party should be vigilant even before the election. See, you get the electoral roll, so you have to also know who is there in your constituency, who is not there in your constituency. It is not that the electoral roll was not available to you before the election. Is it that a different role was given to you before the elections and a new role is given to you now? All that I am trying to say is that the opposition parties must also be vigilant prior to election. But should we blame the opposition for keeping too much faith in the election commission? See, possibly they kept faith in the election commission. Possibly they thought that it is doing its job well, and that we should trust it. Maybe henceforth they will act in such a manner as to not trust them.
We used to have faith on the villagers. They are ukti dotale. Watchmen na
Nagalले.
But later on we lost faith in the system. Now the watchmen there जाई lock माई.
ना वॉचमॅनाचेर दवरपा CCTV जाय.
But तें म्हणटा दुसरे म्हणल्यार तूं faith दवर म्हणटा agreed fine.
ना दवर म्हणटा I mean दवरलो.
But आता how much faith? See, there are brazenly suppose तूं कितें म्हणटा एक word use करता sporadic 2-4 कडेन मिस्टेक जाले. हाऊस नंबर 2-4-0 झाले.
Okay.
नाव येईल नाही डॉट येला.
Correct.
Okay. But if you try to put the onus on the people that you go, come to me, make an affidavit, do the correction, and if it is going to be in crores of corrections,
then it is difficult.
That means it is not a mistake. It's not a sporadic incident. That means it is.
So see, the whole issue in this case is the election commission is not coming out clean. One, see, आता पळयलें जायत तूं, there are a lot of political commentators who are on the side of the ruling party. There are some who are on the side of opposition. But on this issue, according to me, across the board, independent journalists, people who have very clear, firm views, even in favor of the government, even who never doubted the election commission, have for the first time said that the election commission is clearly at fault. And this is across the board. Almost every analyst, every commentator is agreeing on this count, except people from the WhatsApp University.
The WhatsApp University wale they bare
no, they professor and those professors will not say.
They are the ones who are teaching them. They troll army they geli. Now they from I think yesterday night you might have seen the news. They started trolling Ambani now. Okay. आता हांव कितें म्हणटा आता हे हाऊस नंबर पळय न्हू बाबी आनी एक मातशें एक तितून एक रिजॉइंडर ते पळय आता हांवें जी रिसर्च हांव ते when I was going through, they are saying, okay, house number 0, mare, 0 ge. But give us their landmark, surrounding location.
See, that is
next to Cleophas.
Tench muttu kaun. Te asai zait, sang kuya hain te, kon te, tenge ani if they are house number 0, tenge epic card astale, epic card dil astale. Adhar tari aspak zai. Something to show that they exist. They exist. Something to show that they are there. Now, giving full benefit of doubt to the election commission, let us assume that these people exist. Now, if that is so, it is up to the election commission to conduct an inquiry and say that what you are saying is rubbish. You can't say this is rubbish even without conducting the election commission.
Because that rubbish म्हणून तेजानी underlining statement करूंक जाय ना. People like you and I watch, and there were physically people who were said to be not existing, who were given as dead.
Correct.
And they have come alive.
Correct.
So, he inquiry turkan kelo jaitu, he would have not been at this juncture today.
Correct. See, according to me, the Bihar exercise and the Karnataka Madhepura constituency has put the election commission in a pit, and they are unable to come out of it. The charges against them are sticking. That is the problem.
आता क्लियोपास बाब ही सगळी प्रॉब्लेम आहे. आता एका सोल्युशन कितें आता तुका खबर आसतली आता आमगे गांवांत आंबेले बांदाय आमगे वॉर्डान वॉर्ड नंबर पार्ट नंबर 7 and 8 थिंगा आमी असलेंच एक एक्सरसाइज केल्या. तो So हांव म्हणटा all go a level, or is there any other way out solution where this responsibility आम्ही सगळ्या सिटीजनांक घेन, we should not wait for the government or the bureaucrats to do all this? हेजे कितें आहा
तेच तुका आतां हांव सांगतालो तेंच. तुमगेल गांवांत, तुगेल वाड्यार, तुगे एरियांत तूं विजिलंट आसलो जायत. ते सगळ्याकूच विजिलंट लोक आसतलो अशें हांव म्हणना. If there are more vigilant people, say, in my ward, or if I have the time and energy to do that, maybe I will do. But if I don't have the time and energy, there will be people who wish to contest elections. Next elections. There is now, say, our Wailing constituency. Cruz is a sitting MLA. Cruzak oppose korpi contenders astale. Now there will be Congress party.
Yeah, 5 contender hai.
So 5 kitla I don't know, but there will be Congress party. Congress and AAP may tomorrow have an alliance. Because of that, there may be some third party or third candidate comes up to challenge them. Now all these people, आतांच तेमी स्टार्ट करपा जाता टू फायंड आउट हो रोल घेवन वाड्यांनी कोण आसा कोण ना. बिकॉज फायनली इफ यू आर कॉन्टेस्टिंग इलेक्शन्स, इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड दॅट यू वील हॅव पीपल ऑल ओवर. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू मी हे ऑपोजिशन पार्टीची चड जबाबदारी. बिकॉज माय फिलींग इज द BLOs will not go against the interest of the ruling government. They are finally government servants.
Yes.
So they will not go against the interest of the ruling government. But the opposition can be vigilant. They can have a clear view of their roles, and if they find that there is some mistake somewhere, suddenly some 80 people have been added, suddenly some dead people have been added, people who are not living here are added, maybe they could be deleted, or the BLO has to be told how this person is figuring here. He died 10 years back. How in this house there are 10 people, nobody lives in this house. Now a contender ani BLO sangba tha. So all that I am trying to say is they have to be also vigilant, because the time for depending on the election commission, time for keeping trust in election commission is all over.
Okay, but Titu, can I step up one thing? तू म्हणटा गांवांत लोकांनी विजिलंट जावपा जाय, पूण तिका एक लिडरशीप कडेन मेळना आसतली मुद्दू. Some people may not.
Correct.
But can this onus be? I'm just putting my suggestion. Every ward member, so it becomes small kind of place to be looked into. One ward member.
See, you can say that. See, when I took assembly constituency,
yeah,
I took leadership of the constituency.
Yeah.
Ward member को इतना लगता, because finally the same role is used for panchayat election. But ward member also may have little interest, political in his electoral interest in the matter. So for that, there will be contending another person who is challenging that ward member.
But for that, there is something called a BLA, no?
Correct.
Block level agents are there.
Yes.
Of every party.
Correct.
त्यांच्यान तेका धाडून.
Wait, that is what I am saying, that the parties have to be extra vigilant. And if parties are vigilant, ward members, as you say, is good. But why only ward members? There will be contenders for the next panchayat election. They can also act. Ward members, every person.
Zilla member.
Now again we have Zilla election.
Zilla election.
So again, people who want to contest Zilla elections, because finally the elections, they are at the first line of the fight. People are there in also a fight. People will feel cheated of the mandate, but they are the one who are fighting. So I think the primary responsibility is on the parties, the election parties and election contenders, because too long we have depended on the election commission to give us free and fair elections. they have lost our trust.
Okay. Last आणि एक final प्रश्न. I want to get as a lawyer, as a judge also, you have been in the judgment seat. By election commission trying to not to give the readable data when asked for, what do you think? This such a big, huge controversy which has blown up could have been arrested within 24 hours?
Correct. According to me, the election commission not giving the readable data was a clear mischief. They
Not
were
a mistake.
Not a mistake. It is mischief, and they have been deliberately not giving information. And I feel that the parties and the opposition now should go back to the courts to demand this from the election commission.
No, but if the courts accept that there were fake voters or
no. I'm saying only only to get data.
Okay.
That they should get the roles in digital form. It is not that they should get roles in physical form.
Okay.
They should get the roles in digital form. You are sitting on the computer, you can check up who is there.
First suppose it has been proved beyond doubt that all these voters lists were manipulated or dead people voted and all that thing and that means the people who have got elected, that itself become illegal. In such a scenario, will Supreme Court intervene to have a re-election or something if it goes at a major level?
No, because elections are challenged only by way of election petitions. Okay. And the election petition time limit asta challenge करतात. So this is all for the next elections. It is all for the people to be vigilant for the next elections. So this is not going to happen.
Okay. So anyhow, so let us capsule these things. Leofat Baba Kurtan, we get that view in multifaceted way as a student leader, as a advocate, as a administrative officer, then as a judge. And as per Cleopat Bab, it is very clear cut case, open and shut case. This whole onus of the chaos that is happening all over India now, which has reached in the bedrooms of every person in India, it is because of the clear-cut mischief that has been done by the Election Commission.
Correct.
Thank you very much, sir. Dev Varekaro.
Dev Varekaro.
Thank you, sir.